these pleasant songs forever near dreams and these pleasant songs forever near dreams and these pleasant when these pleasant Python for everyone, Python for everyone, everyone.
Google Colab. Okay, let's go there. Open Colab. Python for beginners. Good evening, everyone. My name remains Aditya Michael. I am your YouTube educator, and I'm also a researcher and a lecturer in biological sciences. This evening, we will actually continue our educational series on getting from zero to hero after 30 minutes per day for 30 days. Um, all this while we have been able to look at how we can actually cope with bringing in and getting educated in terms of okay, in terms of so in Python, and which I think we will be able to get into the list. Okay, sorry, please just give me few minutes. I want to attend to some technical error. Okay, let me just get myself back. Okay, sorry, few minutes. Okay, so once I'm done with this technical issue, we just go straight to um, so let's go to sorry. Um, Once again, I want to welcome you this evening on Omega Bio Entertainment and Omega Bio-Nexus. My name remains Aditya Michael. We want to join millions of people that have actually prepared for the future, learning Python with ease at the four corner of their rooms. Okay, so let's go to Google. So then we have Google Colab. Okay, sorry, Google Colab. So you will see it here and open it. Go and get a notebook. Just like I said, everybody has a notebook for every course or every subject. So we have that for physics. So our own is Open Colab. So and we'll go back to our old notes, which is that. Okay. So already we are here. Sorry, I need to set. So already we are here, and this is this has been our sorry, I'm trying to. So, so this is our notebook, and this is lecture 2 on basic operation in Google Colab. I've been able to see what are those basic operations we perform. Our coding first, we perform coding here, form of this and like this. So if you want to go back or come back to this, you can easily come back here. Okay. So we dealt with variables and data, and I also made mention of something like comment for us, and this is our uh, workings, class work, as well as the example given to us. We also look at indentation, correct indentation and white space. This is very, very important. We are dealing with loop, functions, and conditional statements. Okay. After that, we started with lecture 3. And lecture 3 was talking about the key terms and terminologies in the Python, where we look at a program as a set of actionable instructions for computer to execute, interpreter, which is a tool that runs your Python code, syntax. Then we also look at the error and see that the error are set of code that Python will never does not understand. So it's going to tell you that is this. Sometimes I told you you should not be afraid of seeing error. Once you see error, you'll be able to know what and how you can be able to control it. Okay. So we also look at three variables. I mean the variables that what are the rules that govern variables. We look at this and we cited some examples. We started with working with strings, and I told you that anytime we see strings, we are dealing with text, and it's always with single quotes or um, double quotes, okay, as the case may be. So we were able to generate this, and we also look at what is called multi-string comment and single string comment. So whereby we did that, and immediately after that, we continue our discussion in trying to see solving mathematics in terms of solving mathematics using boolean, uh, and using integers. Okay, look at that, and we were able to do that. Then we also look at how can we change variable values, which we see count. For example, now we have count is equal to 5. Count is equal to count plus 2. That is, we can also combine text and use it to do addition. So you can see here, and I also gave us example of certain text that can combine well with figures or integers. Okay, and in this print function, you will see that the computer is going to be awaiting your updated. For example, if this one is a name, and that will be Bingbe Ajilebin Agbakoba. So the once you inside that box, name is inside that box, so it is Adaobi. So once you remove Adaobi and replace it with Bingbe, so the system or the computer is going to replace Adaobi with Bingbe. And once you, because the way they are standing here, they are individual words. So the system will actually recognize when the most update you have. So if you are removing certain letter to replace it with another one, so the system will also replace it and update it as well. Okay. So we started with this lecture 4 actually started with doing mathematics, doing maths in Python. So, and we actually look at a major arithmetic operation. This one standing for addition, this one standing for subtraction, multiplication, division, and so on and so forth. And we have been able to use this and utilize this in order to be able to solve some simple mathematics. So after that, we also use we also apply the rule of changing variable values. So such as when you have friends is equal to 10, so you can print your friends. And if you print your friends, uh, friend is equal to friends divided by 3. So when you print that friend, it's still going to be the first one, the first print will be executed as 10. And friends, already you said the friends divided by 3, that means 10 divided by 3. So the computer is going to recognize that. And we also have another one like cities, which is equal to 55. Print cities. So computer is going to print that city for you, which is 55. Then when you print cities divided by 2, it's going to give you 27.5. Print cities multiplied by 4 is going to give you 220. And when you print cities modulo 15, it's going to give you 10. And when you now print cities um, exponential 2, is going to print it as well. Okay, after that we also look at when you have combination of words. So you have a text, which is this can be written as a, let's say, text underscore 1, so as to differentiate. So this one also becomes underscore 1. So when you print, now say text 3 is equal to text 1 plus test 2. So if you print, it's going to print it for you. Hello world. Okay. Now, what we are majorly concerned with this evening and this series is just lecture 4, which is the order of operation in Python in maths. So now, I want to remind you of board mass. If you are dealing with fractions, don't forget board mass. So the same thing with if you are dealing with Python, or the order of operation of Python is a third mass, where P is standing for parentheses, E is standing for exponents, D is standing for division, M is standing for multiplication, A is standing for addition, and lastly subtraction. So if you are dealing with, I gave you an example of where we have without we are operating without parentheses. So result is equal to this. So you have to print. So let me do another one for you. Let me give you another example. Let's say you have a player. Sorry, players is equal to 11 plus 6 substitutes multiplied by 6. So you can see that print, if you have to print this, you have to print players. Okay, so let's see what this one is going to be. So following the rule of PEDMAS, you just see that normally instead of you to do this one, multiplication will come before addition. So you are going to do 6 plus 6 multiplied by 6, which is 36. 36 plus 11, that's 47. This is not the same thing as when you add 11 plus 6, it's going to be 17. 17 times 6, it is not equal to 47. So this is the order of operation of in Python, using Python as a mathematics. Okay, so and this other one, let us see. Let me give you another example. Let's say we are working with results is equal to 22.6 multiplied by 16.2, then plus 5.5. So if you have something like this and you have to print this result, print results, let's see what is going to be. Print results. Okay, that's 371.72. So this result was gotten as a result of following the PEDMAS rule. PEDMAS. So that's why it is like this. Now we have done with that one of without parentheses. The next one is the one we have parentheses. So we have this result is equal to this, and so let me give you another example of this. Let's say you have results. Result 1. Let's say you have 2 2 minus plus. So if you want to execute this, print results. Okay, I told you to be careful with this. Okay, now you can tell me the reason why this one will not work. Will this one work or not? It won't work, and I will tell you the reason. You can see the reason is just that s, when you want to print the result, s is not there, so you just remove it. When you remove it now, you see it's going to run normally. Where is it? And to print results. Okay, the problem, this one is having problem with the integer. This integer, okay. So you can see this one has been printed now. So you can see 1 plus this, the first one is going to be 76. No, it's going to be minus 233 if you check, because check. The same was applied here too. You can see. And another thing is we want to deal with Boolean integers, and let's see what it's going to be. This is Boolean, and this one is 12. So if we have to print x floor division by y, and you have to print this one as well. This first one is going to be what? 1.0, and the last one is going to be this. So let me give you another example here. Let me give you another example that is similar to what you have up there. 4.5. Okay, y is equal to 2.5. So if you are to print print x multiplied by y. So let's see. So then if you want to know which factor is which data type is this one, just print, then you open type. So type before you now say x y. Let's see. So it has this one has specified that this one is a float. This one is a float, okay, and it is a float that is going to still remain. So another example is when you have x is equal to 12, y is equal to 4. If your b is x floor division y, so you have to print b is going to give you this, okay. Now another example is what we have here. It's what we have here, x is equal to this, print this. So wherever you see this one from exponent 0.5, it means square root. It means square root, okay. So let's see. Let us see y is equal to 225, okay, and you have to print, you have to find the square root. So this is what we do. The square root is going to be 0.5. So it's not going to be executed this way, so you have to define it that this one is y raised to power this. Why is it underlining it? I have to click. There's an error somewhere. That's why it's this. Y is equal to this. So what is the square root of 225? Okay. Now let's see. Saying line 2 print y multiplied this. Instead of me to put 0, I put letter O. That's why you can see. That is why. So we have to be very careful so that we do not misapply whatever we want to do. So having said that, we also look at this combining numbers and variables, where we have x equal to 5, y is equal to this, and okay, I said that. Another thing is using this one. This is an integer. This one is an integer price, total quantity. So when you have total, you have a price multiplied by 12. Okay, that is by quantity. So that is the total. So if you are printing total, it is going to give you this. But there's a way you can also print the grand total. So don't forget that this total here is the same time as what you have here. So the system is going to see this as well as see this one to be the same and executable. But what is here, the computer is just going to print it in the output. You can see total is equal to, this is the format for you to get it printed. The same thing you have here as well. So, and I think I also gave, so that is that. Now let me give you an example again of this kind of arithmetic operation whereby you are combining numbers with variables. Okay, let's say you have velocity is equal to okay. Now let us use velocity. Let's use speed is equal to 5. Distance is equal to 4. So the time is going to be distance. You know this long ago from your elementary physics. Okay, so if you are to print now, you just print. What will you print? You have to print speed. No, you have to print the time. Sorry, print the time. So this is the answer you are going to have at the end of the day when you are combining numbers with other variables. So in short, we have been able to do and look at the arithmetic operators, the order of operation. We look at working with float or decimal. We also look at when you are working with a floor division stroke modulo. This is let me give you an example of floor division. Floor division. Uh, let's say you have x is equal to 17 and you have y is equal to 2. So if you are to print, okay, if you are to print um x, sorry, y, let's see what is going to be. So it's going to be 8. That is, when you divide 17 by 2, it's going to be 8, remainder 1. But that remainder 1, you are not going to add it because it's going to be in decimal. So you are not going to add it. So it's going to become 8. So you can think of any other type of assignments, or I mean any other type of exercises or real time real world application of all this so that you will be able to learn all this faster. Don't forget that this is lecture 4 of the Omega Bio Enrichment and Omega Bio-Nexus 30 days challenge for 30 minutes per day challenge. So, and when we come back, we are going to look